Sometimes, the smallest whisper can echo all the way into heaven. It wasn't a fancy prayer. It wasn't said in a church. It wasn't spoken by someone who knew the Bible. It was whispered by a teenage girl, cold and hungry, lying alone on a park bench. Her name was Lila, 16 years old. No family, no home, no hope. And yet, God heard her. This is her story. Lila had learned to stop believing in promises. Her father had made many, each one broken. Her mother said she'd change, but never did. When the police came to their house, for the 5th time that month, Layla knew it wasn't a home, it was a trap. One night, while her mother lay passed out on the couch and the shouting outside grew louder, Layla grabbed an old backpack. Inside, she stuffed a cracked phone with no service, 2 granola bars, a water bottle, and her diary. She wrapped herself in her brother's old hoodie and slipped out the door. No one followed. No one called her name. No one noticed she was gone. The first night, she walked until her legs gave out. She ended up in a dimly lit park on the edge of the city. There was a bench near the fountain, cold, unforgiving. She curled into a ball and tried to sleep, but sleep doesn't come easily when you're afraid of the dark. And even more afraid of what's hiding in it. She didn't cry. She had learned not to. Tears didn't fix things. The second day, she wandered the city, looking for food. She passed bakeries, smelling the bread, but never daring to ask. She found a broken granola bar in the trash near a convenience store. She ate it in pieces. No one looked her in the eyes. No one asked if she was okay. By nightfall, her stomach was empty again, her fingers numb, her heart even colder. That night, she returned to the same bench, same chill, same silence. She lay there, looking at the stars through branches. And for the first time in years, a thought passed through her heart. Maybe I'm not invisible up there. She had never been religious. She didn't grow up with prayers before bed. She didn't even know what the Bible said. But in that moment, in the silence of night, something rose inside her. A whisper. A fragile thread of hope. She said it aloud, voice barely audible. Jesus, if you're real, please help me. And then, nothing. No wind. No sign. No miracle. Just sleep. But heaven had heard. At that very moment, across the city, a woman named Janine stirred awake. It was 3:14 a.m. She didn't know why she woke. She wasn't expecting anyone. Her house was quiet, her life routine. But she couldn't shake a thought. Go to the park. It didn't make sense. She wasn't the type to go out late at night. She had a full-time job, grown kids, a quiet home. But the thought kept coming. Go to the park. She sat up. Lord, if that's you. Another whisper in her heart. Stronger. She got dressed. No questions, just obedience. Morning came. Lila woke slowly, groggy, eyes puffy, body aching. A loud car door slammed. She flinched. A woman stood before her. Soft eyes, gray sweater, holding a paper bag. Hi, sweetheart. Layla didn't speak. My name is Janine. I don't want to scare you. I just felt I had to come here. I didn't know why. I don't know who you are, but I believe God told me to find you. Lila stared. I brought food, if you want it, and a blanket. You must be freezing. No one had spoken to her with kindness in weeks. She reached out slowly, took the bag, warm breakfast sandwich, banana, water. She ate without shame. Janine sat beside her in silence. After a long pause, Janine asked, do you want to come with me? I have a guest room. You don't have to talk. You just have to rest. Lila hesitated. Every voice inside warned her not to trust. But another voice, the one she had whispered to, felt louder. She nodded. The drive was quiet. The house simple, clean. Janine showed her the room. A bed, towels, a robe. I'll be downstairs. No pressure. Rest. Lila showered, ate again, and slept for 14 hours straight. When she woke, the sun was pouring in. The house smelled like cinnamon and eggs. She walked downstairs. Janine smiled. "You can stay as long as you need," she said. For a while, Lila didn't speak much. She helped wash dishes, fed the cat, watched old movies. One day, Janine asked gently, "Do you want to go to church?" Lila shrugged. "I don't know how," Janine smiled. "That's okay, just come." That Sunday, Lila sat in the back row, watched others sing, listened to words she didn't fully understand. But something inside her softened. Every Sunday, she returned. She didn't know what she believed yet, but she felt safe. Weeks turned to months. She enrolled in GED classes, started painting. Janine helped her get a part-time job at a bakery. One night, Janine sat with her on the couch. Layla looked at her and asked, "Why did you come to the park that day?" Janine's voice trembled. "God woke me up, told me to go. I didn't know who I'd meet, but I knew I had to go. I think He wanted to answer your prayer." Layla burst into tears. "I didn't even know how to pray." "You didn't have to," Janine whispered. "You just whispered His name. That was enough." A year later, Layla stood before a small church congregation. Holding a microphone with shaking hands, she said, "I used to think I was invisible, that no one saw me, that I was nothing. But I whispered one sentence, and heaven moved." She told them everything. The bench, the hunger, the whisper, the woman who came, and the God who answered. Today, Layla works full-time at a youth shelter. She counsels runaway girls, brings them warm food, tells them about the God who listens even when no one else does. On her desk, she keeps a photo of the park bench, not to remember the pain, but to remember the miracle. She says, "You don't need perfect words. You don't need church clothes or a Bible degree. You just need honesty. A whisper is enough." It was for me. So if you're watching this and feel alone, forgotten, like your voice doesn't matter, try. Whisper, Jesus, if you're real, because He is, and He's listening. Always. If this story moved you, please share it with someone who needs hope. Subscribe to Faith Light Stories for more true stories of God's grace and divine timing. And tell us below, have you ever whispered a prayer into the dark and seen light come? We'd love to hear your story.